up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team and News. I know I have neglected my Real Housewives of Atlanta fans. I apologize. I've been posting about Rachel and Brian from The Bachelorette. I didn't forget about you all. It's just that I'm all about content. I'm all about great content. Even if the information I have is small, I find a way to make the content worth watching. And so they really have not been doing much for me to post about, and that's the reason why. But a few days ago, Cynthia Bailey posted these beautiful images of one of my favorite colors, red. I mean, the backdrop, just everything just looked amazing. And in one of the caption or one of the pictures, she captioned it, "He's got me feeling pretty special." All right, so that was one of her captions. So people are like, "Ooh, who's she talking about? Did she get back with Peter? What's going on?" And then she goes and she puts this picture with this guy, and they're both showing their pearly whites. They're both smiling, and she didn't put no caption or nothing. She just tagged his name, Mr. Will J. Now I was like, he looks kind of familiar. And I start searching, and I remember watching a Steve Harvey episode where they had these girls. They're twin sisters, okay? And they're talking about their dating life and all of that. So Steve Harvey goes and take 3 men, somewhat attractive, and they completely do their makeup and change the way how they look and all of that to see if the girls can look past the surface, look past the superficial stuff. So on the date, the guys do not reveal that they are financially stable, they're successful, they don't look like themselves, and the girls are just, they don't care, man. They're not paying them no mind. They're all about the money, they're all about the looks and all of that. So it was an experiment. After it was all said and done, Steve brought the girls back on the stage and then brought the men out dressed in their outfits and just looking good, and the girls was like, and then Steve was like, "These are successful men." And then he talked about this guy Will that Cynthia is dating, and he said, "You know what, he's wearing the same type of shoes that I wear. Do you know how expensive they are?" Anyways, so he's have been seeing a lot of images with Quad. And so it's like he's a motivational speaker, but behind the scene, I guess he knows a lot of people. He's been seen with Quad from Married to Medicine a lot. He's been seen with the mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Kasim Reed. He's been seen with, what's her name? Is it Deshauna from Martin? Pam from Martin. He's been seen with her and just other, celebrities here and there. He did post on August 18, Cynthia Bailey appearance on QVC. So he's been supporting her quietly. So everybody was like, "Oh, Peter Webb," and all of that. I don't think Peter cares. Peter was married to the woman. She didn't want to be married, and he moved on. I don't think he's really over here, checking for Cynthia. But anyways, so after the images, went all over the place, people were like, "Yeah, go Cynthia's storyline. I mean, what else can she do? She can only hang around with Nene for so long. She can only talk about her marriage to Peter Annie for so long. She needs a storyline." So with this guy being on Steve Harvey's show already, that's right, already on TV, he's always hanging with Quad and referred to Quad as his sister. I don't think he's going to say no to appearing on the show. Well, we shall see. Well, Cynthia was quick to hop on her Insta Snap and she posted, "While he's not my boyfriend yet," I can stand when people say boyfriend, but while he's not my boyfriend yet, we've been dating for sure. So we'll see how this play out on the show, because I don't know too many people that if they're just dating, the person is not really their man and there's not claiming going on, it's going to publicly post that man on social media and say, "Oh yeah, I'm just dating. We're just in the dating stage." It's almost like this is an introduction to get used to his face because he's going to be on the show, and I don't want the show to come on and then boom, there's this new guy, and it's like, there we go, storyline. So it looks like she's setting up the narrative for what the storyline is going to be. So I'm wishing Cynthia nothing but the best. I mean, she's gorgeous. I'm wishing her nothing but the best in her relationship and all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and save the best for last. Kenya Moore. Now, Kenya have received a lot of hate. We already know this. There's no news here. So Kenya went and got married, and since see how Cynthia get a man and it's like, yay, Cynthia, whatever. Peter and Todd were being paid by the spouses, and it was like, yeah, it makes sense. You know, they are contributing to their wife's storyline, and so it makes sense for them to be compensated for the time. I'm not going to insert that video in here. It's on the playlist of me talking about that, and the guy who also admitted to the guys telling him to get 10 grand from Kenya. But when it comes to other people, people make excuses, make it sound nice. It's not husband for pay because they're married and it makes sense for the money to be shared. But if Kenya is dating someone who's contributing to her storyline and she goes and says, okay, you could have been working, doing your jobs or whatever, but you took 12 hours out of your personal life to film with me today. So for those 12 hours, you need to get compensated. It is a job, you know? Oh, she pays boyfriend. But when other people pay their spouses, it's all good because they're married. So Cynthia Bailey, you know, is with this guy and it's, oh yeah, go on, Cynthia, get your groove back. Kenya Moore gets married. Oh, she's paying her husband. It's like a woman that dropped dead gorgeous Kenya Moore can get married, have a husband, and have a wonderful relationship. Well, all of the rumors and the lies and all this stuff coming out about Kenya, it's like, you know, she's had it. And even though, you know, there's stuff going on and she posted about Texas and all that, you know, I heard that some of the women on the show are going to length to, you know, latch on to Kenya for a storyline, and their entire storyline for the entire season is trying to say her marriage is fake and all of that. So she posted this beautiful image of herself, and she posted, it never ceases to amaze me the length people will go to discredit you, spread propaganda, bold-faced lies, and publish entire articles based on an anonymous or unknown source. My marriage and my life will not be made a mockery of. I ignored this empty rhetoric in the past no more. Enough is enough. I'm fighting back. Be warned, I'm coming for you, and we all know how this will end for you. I always have the last laugh. Lawsuit, receipts, real love, don't bleep with my family. So people are on there like, yes, Kenya, go in. Some people are saying, go in, fight for your family, stand up for your love. And some people are saying, girl, people will talk regardless. Just leave it alone. Don't give them life. Don't, you know, pay them no mind. And she's responding, you know, pure ignorance and completely untrue. Please know facts and stop spreading pure fiction. People think they know everything and know nothing at all. This other person responded, supporting her, you are correct. Some of these people are a bunch of fools. So she's just on her page, basically clapping back at people. And there are some people on there saying, oh, you came for Phaedra marriage, so this is what you get. She never came for anything. Phaedra husband picked her up, threw her in the pool, and that was it. She moved on, never messed with that guy. He and his wife needed a storyline, so they made up this elaborate lie and lied on her for 3 seasons. Now let's talk about Phaedra for a second. Most people were shocked and like, okay, that was random. How come the season about to end and out of nowhere Phaedra is getting mad at Kenya for something that happened 150 years ago? You guys don't understand how reality TV work. Phaedra have no husband. She have no man, right, that she's gonna bring on the show. There's only so much of she and Portia laughing together the viewers are going to take before they're like, okay, what is your storyline, girl? There's only so much play dates and great stuff she can do before people are like, okay, what is your storyline, girl? So it looks like the show said to Phaedra, girl, we need something because you're dying out here. And being the smart person that she thinks she is, let me go ahead. People are focusing on me and Portia and calling us liars. The hate is kind of shifting from Kenya. Even though people still hate Kenya, But the hate is kind of shifting off Kenya more for a moment, and it's all about me and Portia. No matter what we did in the past, people always supported us, and it looks like our lives are catching up with us, and people are now seeing through us. I can't allow that to happen. I was the reason why most of these people hate Kenya the way that they do. So I'm going to rehash old issues for those new people who are now watching the show, and I'm going to rehash and make it look like she's the reason why, even though she's not all of the reason why, but she played a part in my marriage failing, even though, girl, you did not want Apollo, you just wanted the kids and that's it. But let me go ahead and rehash this old issue. Kenya being dramatic is going to fall right into my trap that I said, and there goes my storyline of us going back and forth, me shading her and me allowing America to hate her again by rehashing old issues. That's exactly what that was. Her storyline was old, was dry, was dead, and this was her way to revamp herself and come back in by bringing up old issues, because it came out of nowhere. It was just random because it was out of desperation. I can't do anything with Portia. We're friends. I mean, there's only so much that Candy and I can go back and forth before our storyline becomes, like I said, old, dry, and dead. So let me go ahead and attack Kenya again and make America hate Kenya more again. And that's where she was going. And that plan backfired and it did not work. That's the same thing I said with this whole Kim situation. Kim was like, you know what? This is going to be my perfect segue into the new season. Go to Sheree's house, attack Kenya more for no reason, even though whatever she's doing have nothing to do with me. Attack her for no reason, and then when the new season starts, it's gonna be previously, boom, Sheree's house party, and now see how it works, and scene. That's exactly what's going on. But I understand most people say Kenya, ignore them. Walk away, don't give them life, don't give them a storyline, because without you they won't have a storyline. At the end of the day, she can do all of that, but she still have a job to keep. She still have a paycheck to continue to make, because that's a lot of money. I'm gonna, girl, just pray over your marriage. As long as you and your husband are in love, have a strong and firm foundation, and cover your marriage with, Christ and all of that, and keep God first and all of that, you will be just fine. I completely understand sometimes just putting your foot down and standing up for yourself and doing the thing, doing whatever you want to do. So I completely respect and understand her decision to file a lawsuit, but I'm going to go ahead and end it here, my Vina loves. I'm wishing you all an amazing day. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.